Ladies and gentlemen, people of the internet, today I wanted to share a really exciting new cryptocurrency cold storage product that I think could be a real game changer. But before we get started with that, if you're a cryptocurrency enthusiast or you enjoy learning about innovative tech like cryptocurrency and blockchain, then you're in the right place. So please do consider subscribing and hitting that little bell notification button down there so you get a heads up whenever I post new content. Thank you in advance, and I know your time is valuable, so let's go ahead and hash this out, shall we? Today's video is all about a newcomer in the hardware wallet space that's trying to create a top-of-the-line solution to store your cryptocurrency as safely and securely as humanly possible. So they're not cutting any corners here. And this product is called the Ngrave Zero. The Ngrave team is currently approaching production with around a week left on their Indiegogo campaign, and that campaign is over 1,000% funded as of recording this video. So I don't have the physical device here to show you, but there is a lot to love here, and I wanted to describe the product and what it's all about ahead of the campaign closing, so if you're interested in picking one up, you can definitely do so. Of course, I will get a unit here on the channel as soon as I possibly can to show you and actually do a full review, but that will obviously have to wait until probably the fall. Now, right off the bat, Ngrave is the first and only wallet solution in the cryptocurrency space that I know of, at least, to achieve the Common Criteria Evaluation Assurance Level 7 certification. That is a mouthful. And this basically is an assurance level for their product security mechanisms. This alone is no easy feat, and the process essentially is there to validate how well a given product achieves its designated security requirements with the specifications and process designs involved. Meaning, the fact that Ngrave was given this CCEAL7 certification means that they have a formally verified and tested product that verifiably achieves what it claims to do, and that is to securely generate and store your cryptographic keys for your cryptocurrency. So this is great to see. It's great to see that they have a certification showing that they have a high quality product from a security perspective. Now, Ngrave has taken some of the best things from other great wallets on the market. For example, they've removed all the connectivity peripherals like data USB, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NFC, etc. that introduce connectivity-based attack vectors or network attack vectors, and they've replaced all the communications from device to internet using a QR-based system that helps communicate transaction data and other things between the wallet and your smartphone in order to broadcast the transactions from their companion mobile app. Notable wallets that already do this are the Elipal Titan, which is a wallet that I love, as well as the budget SafePal S1. And as I always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is the best way to set up comms right now for a hardware wallet, and it should be industry standard. The Ngrave is also using more modern hardware than the ubiquitous Ledger and Trezor wallets for the microcontroller unit, the important secure element where your keys live, as well as a fingerprint scanner, ambient light sensor, and a camera. In terms of key generation, the Ngrave Zero is also unique in that it gives you more transparency and involvement in the key generation process, and it arguably has the most entropy options in any wallet that I've ever seen. In essence, entropy is a measure of randomness in a cryptographic function. This is often achieved by providing maximally random inputs into cryptographic functions to try and achieve as close to complete entropy as possible. In other words, completely unreplicable randomness. That is entropy. To generate a new key, the Ngrave itself takes a standard randomized entropy value from the chip on board, but then it allows the user to provide more data to the equation with that fingerprint sensor, using those readings, using the ambient light measurements, as well as manual key block shuffling using the onboard touchscreen. This is a really cool solution, and it reminds me of one of my favorite things about the BC Vault wallet, which uses the accelerometer to create entropy in the wallet when they shake the wallet. And this gives me, as a user of Ngrave especially, much more confidence that my key was generated on my device at that moment with the entropy that I provided. So there's no way that the wallet was preloaded with a key or anything like that. Ngrave does support the BIP39 hierarchical deterministic wallet specification. Again, that's a mouthful. And this is the same type of wallet supported by major wallets like Ledger and Trezor. Of course, Ngrave supports and encourages the use of a passphrase to help create a new branch of keys from your single seed, which just adds that extra layer of security and protection for physical attacks. This should also be industry standard, and I'm glad to see that Ngrave are doing it. They'll also be integrating BIP 174 multi-sig support for Bitcoin, which is a nice to have, but something that not all wallet providers give you. And finally, I did get confirmation that the Ngrave team intends to open source as much of their code as humanly possible to give users transparency into the wallet, which is something that not enough wallet providers are doing yet again, and it's something that everyone should try to strive for. Oh, by the way, I'll leave a link to Ngrave's product page below if you want to check that out. And for those curious about coin support, they do have a lot of the major coins covered, the Bitcoins, the Ethereums of the world, but they are going to continue to add more as the release date comes and goes, and I can show you a list of the ones that they will have at launch right here. In terms of the physical design of the device, it looks really nice from the images and videos from pre-production, but I won't spend too much time on it because I don't have the product in my hands to look at, and we won't really know exactly what it'll be like until production time. The Ngrave Zero sports a metal frame that comes in several colors, a 4-inch LCD touchscreen, an internal battery, a USB-C charge port only for charging, and a hardware level tamper proofing underneath that shell, so if someone tries to get into the device, it'll basically self-destruct. The device itself looks to me like a cross between a smartphone and a next-gen payment terminal, which I actually really like, and it looks like it'll be really comfortable to use and operate because it has some size to it, and it can be used primarily in landscape orientation like the good old Game Boy Advance. Shout out to 90s kids who remember the Game Boy Advance days. I do also have to mention though, the Ngrave does offer a really rad seed backup device made of stainless steel, and I quite like the design of it. It's pretty unique. It's basically 3 sheets of stainless steel split into 2 sets. You emboss the plates with your seed values using a switchboard style template that allows you to pick and choose where to put your seed phrase values using an embossing pen. Now these 2 sets of plates are actually purposefully separated such that if someone steals one plate, they can't recover your key without the other. And this is where I recommend the team change their approach, at least in the instructions. While probabilistically this is more secure because you need both plates to steal someone's crypto, people are people and they're more likely to lose access to one half and then find themselves in a total loss position if their hardware wallet fails. What I'm trying to say is that if someone takes one half of your seed phrase, you still don't have a backup, so it doesn't really help you all that much. It's just as likely to backfire as it is to protect you. So just find a good hiding place and rely on that. Keep the 2 halves together, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I like this design. And I'll show you a picture here because you're not forced to separate the plates. There's nothing stopping you from keeping them together. And I think the steel switchboard design with little holes as a template is great. And it doesn't have the crappy little tile pieces that I hate so much in a lot of the tablet style backups. Just store the plates together, not separately, and if you want to separate them, just be aware of the risks in doing so. I'll talk about this whole product in more detail during the full review, but it's really nice that they have a high quality seed phrase backup on offer with the wallet, as most people should be using one. In many ways, this follows the same approach as the original Kobo Vault wallet. They spared no expense in making this product top to bottom. They tried to make it the most premium offering available and to make it as highly secure as possible. However, they do offer the option just to buy the wallet itself instead of just offering a bundle of the 2 products, the steel backup and the wallet. Which leads me to the brass tacks. What does this thing cost? The Ngrave Zero wallet alone costs 228 euros, which at time of recording is about 250 US dollars. And that price goes up about $100 or so to add that seed phrase backup device as well, so it's by no means cheap. However, there's a distinct user group that I think this expense becomes worth it for, and that's the folks who have significant portions of their net worth or just a significant amount of money in cryptocurrency that is, as of now, either on an exchange or dispersed across multiple poorly managed hardware or software wallets. The Ngrave Zero is a well-designed, security-focused wallet that will be more than ample enough to handle those large portfolios and give holders a peace of mind in securing those large balances. My rule of thumb, though, is to never spend more than 2% of your total portfolio value on a hardware wallet, because there are diminishing returns involved when making that purchase. If you're a casual crypto holder with a few $100 in crypto, then this is not the wallet for you. But if you've got a few grand and it's not secured properly with hardware, I'd pull the trigger on this for sure. And if you're one of those folks who has tens of thousands or even more money in crypto, I wouldn't hesitate for 1 second picking up this wallet along with a cold card for Bitcoin only storage. That combo would be pretty dangerous, and dangerous in a good way. I think it's worth it to have the best security possible, especially if you have such a significant amount of your money in crypto. Of course, I do want to caveat by saying all of this right now, The product design, specs, and pre-production information is all I have to go off of at the moment, so understand that there are risks to being the first to adopt a new product, and I would be remiss if I didn't say this. The Ngrave looks very promising, they have the certifications, the specs, and the stats to boot, but we need to see what the production product looks like, and I'm very excited to get my hands on it to test it out myself. I've had the chance to speak to the team to ask them questions while making this video, and I have a good feeling that this product will be a product of quality based on the team's responses. I will surely post a full deep dive review as soon as I do get a unit for myself. By the way, if you want to keep the party going and learn more about other hardware wallets in the crypto space, if you're shopping around, please do check out this playlist here that I'll link on the screen because it has tons of great content related to crypto wallets of all shapes and sizes. As always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, cheers.